Hey everybody, clearing. I got a new crown, my daughter's crown, so I've been instructed that this would be the perfect thing to wear today, so hello. All right, the first messages. I am still going to be looking at the community page questions that everyone's been posting, but today I'm feeling drawn to ask the divine, what should the divine feminines be focusing on right now in their own, section of the journey, their independent portion of their journey. So thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us what is it that the Divine Feminine Collective is best to focus on at this time. Okay, we're getting a few things. This is a huge deck of cards. Okay, we got passion, ignition, and Three of Crystals, the 3D. Okay, so your passion projects in the 3D, Divine Feminines. This is beautiful because this shows that there is an energetic inflow of inspiration coming in to support 3D manifestations, and this Trinity card always comes up. The Divine Masculines have gotten it many times for teamwork with the feminine, when the masculines are starting to understand the dynamic that's available in the twin connection, and when the feminines, but I see this a lot for the masculines, where there is this idea of what true partnership can be instead of a hierarchical thing or a karmic at odds sort of an energy. This comes in as a teamwork energy. It's a card of investing in things. So all of those messages to say, Divine Feminines, you're meant to take the torch, be the light bearer, look for these opportunities to bring the spiritual inspiration, that zest for life, the aliveness, into projects, into the 3D. Embody this. Don't hide your light. Don't hide your spiritual wisdom. Just keep focusing on how that can initiate in aspects of your life that it has not previously. So say you're in a job that's mundane and you're not wanting to be in that job. Practice having conversations that you don't hold back your light or your spiritual awareness of things. Like tact and timing considered, of course. But don't hide this spiritual aspect of yourself. There's a lot of consciousness out there in the world becoming, and even though there are so many fear-based things going on and rearing their ugly heads, there are a lot of people who will greatly benefit from hearing a positive, more loving, more grounded, more stable view of whatever it is that's worrying them. So be that light, be an encourager, be a spark of inspiration in the lives that are close to you at this time, is what I'm getting. Okay, let's do the Divine Masculine reading and see what are the Divine Masculines thinking about the connection at this time. What are the Divine Masculines feeling on the heart space for their Divine Feminines? What are they wishing for the connection? What actions are being taken that will directly or inadvertently move towards union? What is the biggest challenge for the masculines at this time? And where is the energy going? Today I've been asked to pull a third card to see what the next progressive step in each of these regards would be for the masculine evolution. So there seems to be a forward motion, more action taking, a little bit more engagement, presence from the masculine collective, and there seems to be this bit of a becoming vibe, like there's going to be a little bit more effort, a little bit more initiative. Let's see what we get. What are the masculines thinking about the connection at this time? Page of Earth, how to be kind. What is the kindest thing? right now, the Hermit, really looking at the big picture. The Hermit has the star in this lantern, and so this is my card of kindness versus duty. In the past, you know, the divine masculines have recoiled and rejected any kind of feeling of pressure or intensity that has not set right with them. Now they're looking at, is that there's a compromising energy? Is that old approach, that same old cycle of hot and cold ghosting, all or nothing, is that appropriate anymore? There seems to be some consideration because they're seeing you, divine feminine, in the long term as part of the destined path. And so in that light, it's not very friendly to completely cut communication or to have left certain things said in a more harsh or unfair or actually dishonest way. A lot of the divine masculines this year have said things to the divine feminines that were very abrupt, not mean and abusive, but, you know, ending things, friend zoning, ending that. There seems to be a desire here for compromise, for a little bit more of a gentler non-attachment, I'm hearing. But let's see where the energy would be moving for these masculines. Yeah, interesting. So it's bit by bit, you know. Page of Earth is the messenger, the Page of Pentacles, and then we get the Knight of Pentacles to clarify this energy. So masculines are seeing cause and effect. They're seeing a bit of kindness will begin the right foundation. They're both in the reverse though, so it's like not yet figuring out how to offer that and develop the foundation, but seeing that that's what would result if some effort, increased effort that way, was put into motion. Okay, what are the divine masculines feeling on the heart space? 10 of Cups and 2 of Cups. So this really is, you know, the complete happiness. The 10 of Cups is full happiness about this love connection. There's a twin flame caduceus symbol on there, and so they do know the love that's here. They know they're unhappy without you, but it's a little bit of a absence makes the heart grow fonder sort of an energy. There's this becoming, knowing that without this love in their life fully, they are not fully happy. So on the heart space, where is that moving? What can we see for the divine masculines? What comes next in that sense? Okay, the spiritual connection, and on the floor we got, oh, the truth. They are really understanding that no amount of distance or non-communication or any of that can shake the truth of this connection. The hawk here looks like a spiritual, I call it spiritual falconry, when we're sending our astral energy, our 5D intention, our telepathic communication. I call it spiritual falconry. But this is a spiritual knowing, a deep, deep sense of truth that this connection does bring happiness. And so it's about sitting on that, knowing it, seeing the proof in some cases about some sort of sign or synchronicity or communication, because King of Swords is about communication. So for those who have some communication, there is a recognition that this connection stands the test of time, I'm hearing, runs deeper than skin deep, is counterintuitive, is only growing like a fine wine, I heard. It gets better with age, that it becomes more, I'm even hearing sophisticated and elegant as this thing progresses. The fondness grows. Okay, what are the divine masculines wishing for the connection? Oh, 4 of Wands reunion. Oh, 4 of Wands union and reunion. Wow, that is like a mega wish. Divine masculines want stability here. They want true friendship. They want to come together in harmony, is what I'm hearing. They want to figure out how to live with this energy that is so intense, that seems to bring so much chaos and upheaval at times, and such deep peace and knowing all at the same time. They just want to harmonize. They want to harmonize here. So what is the energy with that kind of wish? Where is it moving, divine masculines? What What will happen next? This one kind of wanted to come out Justice in the reverse and Queen of Cups. Wow. So they're going to follow their intuition to see what is justified at this time. It's beautiful because there's something here, Divine Feminine, this is you and your intuition. And so because the Divine Masculines are wishing for this, there might be a growing sense of readiness that they are picking up on from you, Divine Feminine. This could be the spiritual falconry, this heart space knowing that some kind of transference of energy has happened here. And there is a psychic knowing, a very deeply intuitive thing. So Divine Feminine, you may have actually updated your masculine about where you're at with a legal matter. Your Divine Masculine might be taking signs and synchronicities from their own karmic process dissolving and seeing that they're getting closer and feeling intuitively that they can see that as the worldly things are overcome and stepped away from, that this is a growing heart's desire. That is the wish. So it's beautiful here. There seems to be something encouraging. They're wishing to reunite because things are coming to a justified point of readiness now. So for many in karmic situations, this does seem to be that the Divine Masculines are anticipating reconnecting when justice prevails, I'm hearing, for them or you, Divine Feminine, or for you, Divine Masculine. Okay, what actions are being taken? Seven of Earth, not wanting to wait, and the Judgment for karma. So impatience, I'm hearing Divine Masculines are impatient right now, but they're also not investing. So Divine Masculines, you might be too concerned with watching and waiting what your Divine Feminine is up to, instead of activating some of this karmic cleanup in your own right. It's kind of uncanny how one or the other twin, oftentimes the feminine is the leader in certain new cycles that happen, that the feminine sets the bar for the new expression of energy. In a way, the masculine is already leading that because of the delicate interchange of the cycles that happen when the masculines take space. It usually allows for the feminines to reinvent how they're showing up and do something different, you know, like a dance partner. The masculines gives framework that happens internally within all of us, that aspect of our own masculine giving structure, and then the free flow of the feminine intuition. But I'm seeing this here, that Divine Masculines, you're taking a step back to be pleasantly surprised with what your feminine will do next. But at the same time, you will have to recognize that there is a turn for you to actually get down to some karma clearing as well. So I'm getting the sense for some masculines, you're not seeing something that you could be doing right now while you're watching your Divine Feminine come into a new level of justice regarding their own life and changes happening. Don't forget that you have things that you may not yet see about your own situation. Don't put too much importance on what your feminine is doing if you also have things that have not cleared karma or brought you into the ability to be spontaneous and free as well, Divine Masculine. Where's that energy going? 2 and 3 of Wands, so stepping, making steps. This is about, here's that spiritual falconry again. So choosing to come towards the feminine, choosing to step out of comfort zone. There is a bit of a readiness here, Divine Masculines, for starting to bring in some more effort. Literally, I'm starting to feel the Divine Masculines energetically reaching out with a little bit more encouragement in the 5D about these potential future timelines. So there's an anticipation here. A little bit more effort is being initiated spiritually here. Interesting energy. Okay, what is the biggest challenge blockage for the masculines? Eight of Air and Magician, doing the magical process of alchemy so that the mind is freed. So Divine Masculines, there have been, oh, isn't that interesting? With this, not waiting any longer, masculines, to see through your own karma, to see any unhealthy patterns or cycles that you're personally in. This is the challenge, you know, as your Divine Feminine is making some karmic leeway. Your Divine Feminine is starting to really make some karmic headway. This will no longer keep you in the mindset that you're powerless to come forward, that you're trapped and not able to affect progress in this situation. So the challenge is now seeing that once your Divine Feminine is out of a karmic situation or something like that, that there is nothing really holding you back. You'll have to look at that and be sure whether or not you are actually yet prepared to come forward. This is a little bit of, interesting flip-flop of personal accountability, but having maybe procrastinated a bit or been afraid of rejection, so not taking action ahead of time and holding back. There is a challenge now that things are more possible than ever, and so it's about moving the energy forward because some of the previous limitations don't exist anymore. So telling yourself, Divine Masculine, that those things are no longer conditions that you have to work around or that the connection would have to work around. Okay, where's the energy going for the Divine Masculine with this process of seeing supposed obstacles that are really just mindset? The emotion and seeing through the illusion. So Divine Masculines will surely continue seeing how the passion, the love, the compassion for the Divine Feminine, it might have been their own fear that's been holding back these emotional offers or statements of commitment, affirmations of the connection, putting more energy towards the connection. So Divine Masculines are really looking at the ways they've held themselves back and their emotions back, their emotional availability back, out of being trapped in their own mindset. They're seeing the illusion when there's no longer something in the feminine's court that the masculine can say, oh, that's the reason that I can't come forward. Now it's just under their own volition that it needs to be seen. So that's very telling. That's transforming the masculines to realize that they have had insecurity. They haven't had it all figured out. They have, like, the too cool for school stuff. Divine Feminines, if your masculines have seemed like they knew what was up and had a certain position on things, this is really the masculines admitting that they have been fearful, and it hasn't been necessarily just because your life hasn't been set up in a way that would be easy for the masculine to come forward yet. It's also been their fear. It works hand in hand. Okay, so what is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? So we literally get the challenge is freeing the Divine Masculines from their minds, from the fear, from the emotional unavailability. The advice here is to not try so hard and just show up. Divine Masculines, like, don't overthink, don't manipulate the situation by second guessing and trying to strategize and plan. And you know, the Magician is manipulation, but the Eight of Cups in the reverse is coming back around, a second chance, revisiting something, looking at something in a different way, having a different set of emotional awarenesses that cause a different way of looking at things. So that is the advice here, is that you don't have to overthink how you're going to take action. It's just basically come in, communicate, show up, and see what happens from there. I'm hearing pleasantly surprised, divine masculines. Where is this energy going? Wow, get the reunion card again. And wishing for reunion with the Tower. Okay, in the reverse. So we're getting this spirit guidance to come in and be friendly and kind of break the ice, reconnect. It looks like the masculines in some cases are going to do it. They're wishing to do this. They're wishing to muster that courage. But there is this, for some they're tuning out, and this is a card of gluttony. So they could be doing something that's lavish to get their mind off of how much they really want to come back in. This is a fear of rejection. Reunion with the Tower like this can be a deathly fear of rejection. But wanting to come in and see where you're at, divine feminine. This can also be tuning out so that they don't have to be let down easy or denied. So this is really overcoming that fear of rejection, or possibly when we think about things like that, it can be a bog. It can bog us down, or it can allow us to play the what if game so that there can be some hypotheticals brought in, like a pep talk, or just a damage control pep talk or something like that. Okay, where is the connection going in the near future? 10 of Fire and 8 of Wands. So that's both the Wands suit. 10 of Fire and 8 of Wands, both in the reverse. 10 of Fire is about, look at the karmic contracts here. This is burning all of the things that no longer apply. This is getting rid of the previous agreements, the previous assessments of things. This could be legal paperwork. It could be old contracts. It looks like sheet music as well. So singing a different tune. There is a letting go of the old theme song energy here is what I'm feeling, and rewriting the music. Walking to the beat of our own drum. This internalized energetic flow here, there is a lot of subtle energetic interfacing, exchange, spiritual falconry going through this whole reading. And so both twins are allowing this connection as a muse to let go of things that no longer apply. Preferences, outdated things, obsolete contracts and soundtracks for our lives are being rewritten, and there seems to be a sight unseen, energetic collaboration, calibration between the twins based on what things can be let go of and not. This can be very telepathic, or it can just simply be an energetic attunement that is nonverbal, that is just a sensing. Okay, let's get some more cards here. So, right. King of Pentacles came out like this. This is about showing up in the physical. This is about commitment. It came out on the side. So there is this potential right now to come into more solid, committed, showing up energy and overcoming anxiety and really stepping out of the comfort zone, taking the harvest and investing now in a new way to take something to the next level. Out of anxiety, out of holding back, out of playing small, towards realization, towards realizing the dream, I'm hearing. So there is emotion here, and it looks like continuing to let go of anything from legal contracts to figurative soundtracks. It's cool energy and a becoming energy. Okay, let's get a message from the divine masculines to the divine feminines. What is it we can see from the divine masculines to the divine feminines? Oh, is nothing coming out? What can we see from the divine masculines? Oh, will you choose me? Yeah, masculines are really working on that fear of rejection. Okay, so bolstering courage, I'm hearing. What else can we see? Is there any other message? I'll go through twice. Getting no, there's no other message. I will still push. Anything else, divine masculine, that you would like to say at this time? No, I was feeling it. I was just totally feeling it wouldn't happen. Okay, what would the divine feminines like to say to the divine masculines today? Oh wow, it landed on will you choose me? Yeah, nah. So I'm hearing it's not that simple. I'm literally hearing the divine feminine saying, if you came forward and said to me, divine masculine, will you choose me? That the feminines would say, yeah, nah, it's not that simple. We have to talk. We are going to have to start a new foundation where things are out in the open and really clear communication. There's going to have to be a true establishment of seeing eye to eye, and just voicing that is exactly what I'm getting there. Let's give the feminines another chance to clarify. Anything else, divine feminine? Or are we just at that spot? Oh yeah, a whole bunch for the divine feminines. Let's see what it was. I imagine you naked in the reverse. So feminines are saying it's really tempting to just have you come back in and devour you, divine masculine, sexy things. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge. And part of the reason the feminines are going to pause if you were to come in right now, because they care that much. They don't want to just make it lusty and about sex, I'm hearing. I lay awake thinking about our future. So the feminines have thought long and hard about what is actually practical and healthy for these connections, and so they want to make sure that you are actually on the same page about that, so they don't want to rush in just that quickly. I hope you'll wait for me. Some feminines do have some new third-party situations going on, and they also want to make sure that you don't have anything left hanging like that, divine masculines. If you were to come back, feminines are saying, yeah, nah, not that easy, not that quick, because there might be now, you know, because you've taken so long, divine masculines, to be ready, there might be some loose ends with other things. Or if, you know, casual third parties don't relate, this could be still finalizing separations from karmic partners and partners who are parents of children and all of that. There's just still some unfinished stuff. It's not quite ready for the full connection, but there does seem to be this desire for an increased waiting time, and I don't want to lose you. So the feminines would say to you, divine masculines, I wouldn't say yeah, nah, because I don't want you. It's just there are all of these factors that we have to really just be, I'm hearing adulting about, and actually set a baseline for. Okay, awesome. Many blessings, everybody. Bye for now.